Hello, my name's Scott Perry. I'm a professional magician and this is a magic review. It's a kind of magic. Today we're looking at Vanish by Justin Miller. This is a Ellusionist exclusive. I believe alakazam.co.uk have the exclusive rights to sell it in the UK. I'm not sure about other countries, but Vanish by Justin Miller. The TLDR on this is it's a great gimmick. It's really well made. As a package that you receive, including the instructions and tutorials, is fantastic. Hopefully these last a really long time, the gimmicks, I mean, and if they do, great. And also, hopefully, Ellusionist continue to sell these. And one of the issues that I had with this was that originally Ellusionist said they were only going to make 250 units, and once they were sold out for good. And that's such a shame because that would have, as you can guess from the title of this review, that would have made it the worst trick of 2023. Not because it's a bad effect, but because it's so good, it's criminal not to continue making these and selling them. They are brilliant, and yeah, well, that's the TLDR. I think it's a fantastic effect. But what is it? It's a gimmicked card. It's a single gimmicked card. A modern version of Paul Harris's PH Vanishing deck. So the point of this is that you would, and there are lots of routines, you would hold a deck of cards and then you can make it completely disappear, leaving you with just one card. So that's the premise of the PH Vanishing deck. That's what it is. It's a gimmick that allows you to seemingly vanish 51 playing cards, leaving you with just one. What do you receive with it? You receive two of these gimmicks. One of them will be a joker, and then the other one is, I don't know if they're all the same card, or if they're different cards, but one you will receive a regular card, and then the other gimmick will be in a joker. It seems like this is the kind of envelope style packaging that Ellusionist is going for with a lot of their releases of this size recently, because just like any thought of card to pocket, the instructions are printed just here on the inside. The instructions on this are crazy. So you get 2 hours roughly of instructions, if not more, and it's so comprehensive. There's roughly 2 hours from Justin, and then there's additions from really great additions from Gregory Wilson, from Craig Petty, and Adam Wilber as well. And I think maybe one other person, but their ideas are really good and really interesting ideas. So that's what you receive, two of these really well-made gimmicks, which I do say in a lot of my reviews, that when gimmicks like this are sold, you shouldn't just get one. You should always get multiple, whether that's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I think it's great that Justin decided to include 2 of these in each package, but that is what you receive with Vanish. How easy is it to perform? It's relatively easy. Some routines are easier than others. The mechanics of using the card are fairly easy as well. So I think that most people will be able to perform this. It's not overly difficult, and as I say, if you want to perform a simpler routine with less sleight of hand, you absolutely can. And if you want to go with something a little bit more crazy with sleight of hand or routining, then you can as well. It's dependent on your skill level and what you're happy, the kind of tricks that you're happy to perform with. But I think it's quite an easy trick to perform. It's very simple. The way that it works is very simple. And yeah, it's really effective. So I would say, you know, on a scale of 10, this is only like a 3. It's very easy to perform, generally speaking. Reset time is instant, well, like half a second. So it's very, very quick. There's the way the cards are made, the mechanics of resetting it is very fast. Justin has really clearly thought about this and how the gimmick is made and how it's put together. And yeah, I couldn't be happier with the reset time on these. Angles. So angles are, as you can imagine, I have a deck of cards here. so you will want to not have anyone on your extreme sides. You can get away with it for sure, just a little bit of body blocking like this. The angles overall are really great. So you can certainly perform this in a scenario where you have friends around you, in a drinks reception, at a wedding, at a corporate event. You can definitely perform this in lots of different real-world scenarios. So the angles aren't too bad, but there are a few angles around that someone might be able to see if you give them the opportunity. But with all of the clever routining that Justin and all of the other magicians have on the tutorial, I don't think you'll get caught, or at least not very often. So yes, angles are pretty good overall with the routining that comes with it. Pocket space is amazing. It's a single card, so that is the gimmick. And yeah, it's pretty thin as well, pretty unbelievably thin for what it does. So that is literally your pocket space. That's all it's taking up. And now my final thoughts. So as I said at the beginning of the review, of course, this isn't the worst trick of 2023 because it's a bad trick. It's the worst release because I really hope they don't stick to the 250 units that they originally said, because it's such a good effect. And you know, when my gimmicks do break, I would love the opportunity to buy more. So maybe I should buy more now. I don't know. I don't really want to feel pressured into buying 2 or 3 of these because they might deteriorate over time. So I would like the opportunity to buy them in the future. Whether that happens, who knows? But it's a fantastic, really well thought out product. And yeah, the only thing I can say is that Justin, in all of the instructions that he gives, he's like someone's eccentric uncle who goes to Tulum in Mexico once a year to do ayahuasca. Like he's calling things so sexy, and he's like just weird stuff. That doesn't detract from the instructions. It's quite a peculiar thing to watch, in my opinion. He seems very spiritual, but you know, he's a great magician and a great thinker, and the product that he's released is great at the end of the day. So although you know, the things that he says and describing things as sexy and stuff like this is not to my taste, but it doesn't detract from the fact that you're getting a high quality gimmick with high quality instructions as well, that hopefully will last a good amount of time. So that's it. I think that's everything I have to say about Vanish. If you have any questions at all about it, leave it in a comment below. I'll reply as soon as I can, or when I have a chance to reply. And yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next review.